TV soap news and spoilers say that is Hailey's pregnancy a truth or a tangled lie in Beyond the Gates? In the sultry, tension-filled world of Beyond the Gates, where every whispered secret and sidelong glance carries the weight of betrayal, a bombshell has just detonated, threatening to shatter the fragile bonds of trust that hold the characters together. Hailey, the enigmatic and ambitious young woman who has woven herself into the fabric of Bill's life, has delivered a revelation that has left jaws on the floor and hearts pounding with uncertainty. She claims she is pregnant with Bill's child. But as the camera pans to her sly smile and the flicker of something unreadable in her eyes, a chilling question looms over the audience. Is Hailey telling the truth, or is this a calculated lie, a desperate ploy to cement her place in Bill's world? In this sprawling, dramatic exploration, we dive deep into the emotional quagmire of Beyond the Gates, unraveling the motives, histories, and hidden desires that swirl around Hailey's shocking claim, which could either forge a new future or tear apart what little remains of Bill's fractured family. A shocking announcement in a fractured world. The episode that unveiled Hailey's pregnancy was nothing short of a masterclass in melodrama, a moment that crystallized the simmering tensions in Beyond the Gates. Picture the scene, a dimly lit dining room, the air thick with unspoken resentments, as Bill, a man whose life has been a series of self-inflicted wounds, sits across from Hailey. The clink of wine glasses and the distant hum of a summer evening provide an eerie backdrop as Hailey, with a calculated pause, announces, "Bill, I'm pregnant." The words hang in the air like a storm cloud, heavy with promise and peril. Bill's face, a canvas of conflicting emotions, betrays not joy but a flicker of frustration, perhaps even anger. His jaw tightens, and his eyes narrow as he mutters, "How could you let this happen? Weren't you careful?" The accusation stings, not just Hailey, but the audience, who have watched Bill's life unravel over seasons of heartbreak and bad decisions. This isn't the reaction of a man overjoyed at the prospect of fatherhood. Instead, it's the response of someone who feels trapped, cornered by a reality he didn't anticipate. For viewers who have followed Bill's journey, this moment is a stark departure from the man who, years ago, was electrified by the idea of starting anew with Hailey. Back then, when his first marriage crumbled under the weight of his infidelity, Bill saw Hailey as his redemption, a chance to rebuild what he had lost. But now, with this unexpected news, the cracks in their relationship are laid bare, and the audience is left to wonder, is Hailey's pregnancy real, or is it a meticulously crafted lie designed to tighten her grip on Bill's heart? Bill's broken past and fragile present. To understand the weight of Hailey's announcement, we must first revisit the wreckage of Bill's past. Bill Hamilton was once a pillar of his community, a man whose charm and ambition made him a natural leader. But beneath the polished exterior lay a restless heart, one that led him into an affair that shattered his family. His wife, Naomi Hamilton, and their daughter, Chelsea, were left to pick up the pieces of a life torn apart by betrayal. The affair wasn't just a scandal, it was a seismic event that fractured trust and left deep scars. Naomi, once the picture of grace and resilience, became guarded, her warmth replaced by a steely resolve to protect herself and her daughter. Chelsea, caught in the crossfire of her parents' war, grew distant, her once close bond with Bill reduced to strained phone calls and awkward visits. When Hailey entered the picture, she was a breath of fresh air for Bill. A younger, vibrant woman who seemed to embody the promise of a new beginning. Their relationship, born in the ashes of his first marriage, was passionate and reckless, fueled by Bill's desire to escape the guilt of his past. He spoke often of starting a family with Hailey, of building something pure to replace what he had destroyed. "With you," he once told her in a tender moment under the glow of a harvest moon, "I can be the man I was meant to be." Those words, once so full of hope, now feel like a distant memory as Bill grapples with the news of Hailey's supposed pregnancy. But the Bill of today is not the same man who made those promises. He has been working, albeit slowly, to mend his relationship with Naomi and Chelsea. The process has been painful, marked by halting conversations and moments of tentative reconciliation. Naomi, now a successful businesswoman, has softened slightly, allowing Bill back into her life in small, measured ways. Chelsea, though still wary, has begun to see her father not as the villain of her childhood but as a flawed man trying to make amends. These fragile steps toward healing have given Bill a glimmer of hope, a chance to reclaim a piece of the family he lost. But Haley's announcement threatens to derail it all, casting a shadow over his efforts and raising the stakes to dizzying heights. Haley's motives: love, ambition, or deception? At the heart of this unfolding drama is Haley herself, a character whose complexity makes her both captivating and confounding. To the casual observer, Haley is the quintessential femme fatale, beautiful, cunning, and fiercely determined. But there's more to her than meets the eye. Beneath her polished exterior lies a woman driven by a desperate need for validation, a hunger to be seen as more than just Bill's mistress or the other woman. Haley has always craved a place at the center of Bill's world, a role that would elevate her above the whispers and judgment of those who see her as a homewrecker. Could this desire for prominence be the key to understanding her pregnancy claim? The audience has seen glimpses of Haley's insecurity, moments where her confidence falters, revealing a woman terrified of being cast aside. Bill's efforts to reconnect with Naomi and Chelsea have not gone unnoticed by Haley, and each step he takes toward his first family feels like a step away from her. In a recent episode, as Bill left to meet Chelsea for coffee, Haley's smile was tight, her eyes darting with unspoken worry. "You're spending a lot of time with them lately," she remarked, her tone laced with something darker than curiosity. Was this the moment she began to weave her plan, a scheme to ensure Bill's loyalty by presenting him with the one thing he once longed for, a new child? The theory that Haley is lying about her pregnancy is not without merit. Her history is littered with small manipulations, white lies that bend the truth to her advantage. There was the time she forgot to tell Bill about a business dinner with a rival, knowing it would spark jealousy, or the way she subtly undermines Naomi in conversations, planting seeds of doubt about her intentions. These moments paint a picture of a woman who knows how to play the game, who understands the power of perception. A fake pregnancy would be the ultimate gambit, a move designed to bind Bill to her irrevocably while pushing Naomi and Chelsea further to the margins of his life. But what if Haley isn't lying? What if the pregnancy is real, and her announcement is a genuine, if poorly timed, expression of her hopes for their future? This possibility adds another layer of intrigue, forcing us to consider whether Haley's intentions are rooted in love or desperation. A real pregnancy would complicate Bill's efforts to rebuild his relationship with his first family, creating a new dynamic that could either unite or destroy them all. The uncertainty is what makes Beyond the Gates so addictive, as viewers are left to parse every glance, every word, for clues to the truth. The fallout: a family on the brink as news of Haley's pregnancy spreads. The ripple effects are immediate and devastating. Naomi, who has only recently begun to trust Bill again, is blindsided by the revelation. In a heart-wrenching scene, she confronts him, her voice trembling with a mix of anger and pain. "You told me you were done with her," she says, her eyes brimming with tears. "You said you wanted to make things right with us." Bill, caught off guard, stammers, unable to offer the reassurance Naomi craves. The moment is a stark reminder of the fragility of their reconciliation, a bond that could snap under the weight of this new development. Chelsea, too, is reeling. For her, the news is a betrayal not just of her mother but of the tentative hope she had placed in her father. "You're starting over with her," she demands in a heated exchange, her voice cracking with emotion. "What about us? What about me?" The pain in her words is palpable, a reminder of the wounds that have yet to heal. For Chelsea, Haley's pregnancy, real or not, feels like a final rejection, a sign that her father's priorities lie elsewhere. The audience, meanwhile, is left to grapple with the moral ambiguity of the situation. If Haley is lying, her actions are a cruel manipulation, a betrayal of Bill's trust and a deliberate attempt to sabotage his family. But if she's telling the truth, the fault lies with Bill, whose inability to fully commit to either his past or his present has created a perfect storm of heartbreak. The truth, as always in Beyond the Gates, is elusive, buried beneath layers of deception and desire. The stakes. A game of trust and truth. As the season progresses, the question of Haley's pregnancy will undoubtedly take center stage, driving the narrative toward a climactic confrontation. Will Bill demand proof, perhaps insisting on a doctor's visit or a test that could expose Haley's lie? Or will he choose to believe her, clinging to the hope of a new beginning even as it threatens to destroy his chance at redemption with Naomi and Chelsea? The possibilities are endless, each one more dramatic than the last. For Haley, the stakes are equally high. If her pregnancy is a fabrication, the truth will eventually come to light, and the fallout could be catastrophic. She risks losing Bill's trust, his love, and her place in his world. But if she's telling the truth, she faces a different kind of challenge, navigating a future where her child will forever be a reminder of the fractured family she helped create. Either way, Haley's decision to announce her pregnancy has set in motion a chain of events that will test the limits of love, loyalty, and forgiveness. A world of suspense and speculation beyond the gates thrives on its ability to keep viewers guessing, and Haley's pregnancy is the perfect catalyst for suspense. Is she a master manipulator, weaving a web of lies to secure her future? Or is she a woman in love, hoping to build a family with the man she adores? The answer, like so much in this gripping drama, remains just out of reach, tantalizing us with its possibilities. As we await the next episode, one thing is certain: the truth will come at a cost. For Bill, it could mean the loss of his family, either his first or his potential new one. For Haley, it could mean the unraveling of her carefully constructed world. And for Naomi and Chelsea, it could mean another chapter of heartbreak in a story that has already seen too much pain. In the world of Beyond the Gates, where every secret is a weapon and every truth a wound, Haley's pregnancy, real or not, promises to be the spark that sets the entire narrative ablaze. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.